Now, it's not that I think the coronavirus is something that you need to stockpile food for as if it's some type of an emergency, but you want to leave the house as little as possible, and in order to do that, you want to have foods that support your health. Now, in my neighborhood, I go to about 3 stores that I know have healthy organic foods, and we'll start with Trader Joe's. Come on inside. So to start with, we have nuts, and I buy the typical ones here: pistachios, cashews, walnuts. They usually have organic ones, and those are great for your brain. And I usually skip the almonds because I buy almond butter. I prefer raw and organic when I could get them at the specialty market, but they haven't been in, so I'll get the raw almond butter here. And another nut that I'll get on Amazon is Brazil nuts because they're full of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, particularly selenium. I'm not a big fan of commercial nut milks because there's a lot of ingredients that are unnecessary and unhealthy, but Trader Joe's isn't the worst I've seen. I prefer to just buy the nuts, including coconuts, and making them myself, and you can see my videos on that. We have coconut milk, almond milk, and hemp milk. All super easy to make. As far as soups, I try to avoid getting anything into cans, so they make a few I like in containers that are organic, like lentils and split pea. The organic butternut squash has more sugar than I like, but it's pretty good. And they have a great organic vegetable broth, and I'll add a few different things to that, including quinoa, which is really a staple in my diet. I have that just about every day for either breakfast or lunch, sprouted with a few other things like salad or whatever else I'm eating. I also avoid typical pasta, so I like a quinoa pasta, and Trader Joe's isn't bad. It's got more brown rice than I like because that's known to be high in arsenic, but it's not bad, and you can see my recipe for how to make a tempeh and vegetable pasta with a quinoa pasta. And with the quinoa pasta, I'll add this red lentil pasta because it's organic and it's the only ingredient. I'll tell you though, the taste isn't great, so I'll add about 5 to 10% of these into the quinoa pasta, just to mix up proteins. The only oats I would mess with is organic steel cut oats, and I'll soak these overnight before cooking them, but they'll last in the container forever as well. I like these kale gnocchi that Trader Joe has. The ingredients are pretty clean and you can freeze them for a while. Same with their cauliflower gnocchi. These are both best done on a pan with coconut oil. The cauliflower seems to bunch up sometimes, but it's good if you haven't tried it. While we're in the frozen section, I love these organic berries, and I'll get the blueberries and raspberries. And Trader Joe's has the best organic acai I've seen because it has no sweeteners and no other ingredients in it, unlike all of the rest of the ones that I found. If you eat fish, the only ones that I would get is wild Alaskan salmon, and I like frozen just as much as fresh or more, and wild caught sardines in water with bones. All other fish are heavily contaminated from our polluted oceans, so I would avoid them, especially tuna. If you're eating beef, Trader Joe's has an organic 100% grass-fed ground beef that's frozen, and a free-range organic chicken as well. If you're going to get more meat than either of those things, I'll have links below for delivery services that are organic and pasture-raised. Now, as far as their vegetable section, I'm not crazy about it because everything comes in a plastic bag. So I get most of my stuff at a specialty market down the block, and we'll get to that next. But organic celery will last you a while, as well as organic cauliflower. And cauliflower is really a staple dish for me. I make a roasted cauliflower with herbs and spices, as well as broccoli. Also a cauliflower soup, a cauliflower rice risotto, a cauliflower fried rice with herbs, and a cauliflower mashed, and you can see links for all those videos below. Now this is the best non-dairy cheese I've ever had. It's an almond mozzarella, and I almost never like non-dairy cheeses. And I make a pizza with that. I also like Nutritional yeast, and if you haven't tried this, it's a great spice, and I add that to salads and soups and some other things. I like Trader Joe's organic olive oil because it comes in a dark glass bottle, and it's not on the list of the many that have been proven to be fake. Onions and garlic are great to eat right now as well. I don't typically eat a lot of onions and garlic because I use them as an herb because they're known to kill viruses and bacteria, but now might be a good time to use them. As I was saying, I skipped the salad section here because even though it's organic, everything comes in plastic bags, and I really like to avoid that. I buy all those in the next store here, and we'll start with beets, and you can eat the leaves as well, and these are super healthy for you. I usually cut the beets in quarters and eat a quarter with every salad I have. Those will last for weeks. Same with carrots. And my favorite is purple cabbage because it's super high in antioxidants and vitamin C, But most importantly, I make a lacto-fermented sauerkraut with this that is out of this world and super healthy for you. It's very easy to make, and you can get more good bacteria in one serving of this than you can in a whole bottle of probiotics. Next is bananas. Now you can't refrigerate these, but you can freeze them. And I'll use these in smoothies, as well as pancakes that I make. And I'll make an ice cream with it that I often eat with almond butter. Next we have sweet potatoes, and I'll make a sweet potato mash with that with herbs. Very quick and easy for you to make. And other things that will last long is pumpkin and butternut squash. Those are very simple. You just cut them in half, put them face down on a pan, and bake them for about 45 minutes to an hour at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Lemons are great right now because they'll last for a while, and they're great with detox and helping you to cough up mucus if you're sick. Apples and pears will also last you a while. And avocado is one of my favorites, and you can freeze these as well by taking them out of the shell and putting them in a container. Now, if you want to avoid canned beans like me, the bulk section is perfect for this. I have about 5 or 6 beans that I put in a rotation each week, and I soak and sprout them because that takes out the anti-nutrients like phytic acid and leptins. And you can see my video on how and why it's important to do that link below, as well as all the other recipes I mentioned. And I especially like chickpeas because I make hummus with this, and I use the organic tahini from Trader Joe's with that as well. Hummus is also surprisingly easy to make, and my recipe for that will also be linked below. Now, as far as snacks, I'll get a raw cacao from Amazon and make a healthy chocolate. And I also get organic dates and make date balls with them, and these are a great replacement to brownies that are really addictive and healthy for you. Another snack that I got on Amazon is an organic heirloom popcorn, and I make that with turmeric and rosemary and other herbs, and I have a video for that below as well. I also get Redmond real salt from Amazon, a hemp protein powder, a whey protein powder, and I'm very particular about my protein powders. I never get isolates and never get ones with other ingredients in them. Psyllium husk fiber is also a must, and I get the whole husk and I put that in smoothies. And other important videos to watch right now are my turmeric and ginger tea, and an ancient tonic that I make with many different herbs that's great for killing gram-positive and negative bacteria. And it's said to kill viruses as well, but I couldn't possibly guess or say that it would kill the coronavirus, but it's an extra measure you can take against it.
So I hope that was helpful for you, and I'll have links below for quick and easy healthy recipes that you can make on a daily basis that are like staple foods for me. So for more videos on health and wellness related to mind, body, and spirit, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Hope this is helpful for you. Goodbye.